Hello, everybody. Anime Reflux. This we had a bit of a debate whether to call this one a show, the thing that we watched this time, because by technical definition, a show has something to show you. In this case, I don't know. It, hmm.
Today we watched Hoshizora Kokaru Hashi, or also known as Hoshikaka, or A Bridge to the Starry Skies.
Or uh, visual novel bingo.
It is a visual novel. Um, hmm. Per the Wikipedia page, as a visual novel, Hoshizora Kokaru Hashi contains extremely minimal gameplay. The game is presented in a traditional fashion with static backgrounds and moderately altered character poses viewed from a mostly first-person perspective. This is a very bog standard visual novel released in 2010.
I'm trying to see. Yeah, I just checked to see whether there was any actual plot to this, and the plot summary is just the plot of the first episode when nothing happened. So, yep.
Is are visual novels being first person a unique thing?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
hmm.
That's pretty standard.
I
Is
mean,
you stare at a picture of someone staring directly at the camera, so to speak, and that's it.
I guess it's never usually explicitly stated that it's first person. I don't know. I never took it to be
Like
first
like
person.
it always looks like this, you know.
Yep,
You never
that's
see
that's a
your
picture
own.
that I'm not going to put in the video, but yes.
Yeah, but it's a picture of the visual novel. It's on the wiki page,
Yeah.
but Wikipedia page. But the you never see the main character's art except in the occasional CG in which their eyes are covered, because if you see their face, then you can't self-insert easily.
Yeah, I mean, there are
Unless
exceptions,
you're
but yeah,
hmm.
sometimes there will be dramatic moments where the camera shifts to an outside perspective, usually for the sake of the protagonist doing something cool. Or,
Unless you have literally
That's
any other skin tone.
yeah.
I guess then you can't self insert. But
Yeah. So, A Bridge to the Starry Skies is about two brothers who are going to this rural countryside, because the younger brother tends to be a bit sickly,
And they
and
won't shut up about it. Like, started feeling bad for this kid because everyone was talking about how sick and weak and frail he is all of the time.
it is brought up a lot.
but we start with the cutscene, a flashback.
I mean,
To
it's an anime, dude. They're all cutscenes.
I know, I'm joking. It's
Okay.
it's a flashback where he is a little kid and there's this other little girl and they're in a forest and he has a bug catching net and case, because of course he does. Um, and the girl's like, "I'm so sad. It was so hard to become friends, and now we're gonna be separated." And he's like, "It's okay. We'll be friends forever." And it's
Oh,
like,
I know what you mean by cutscene because it didn't have any spoken dialogue. It was all
it
just
didn't
text
have
on the
any
screen.
spoken dialogue.
You
That's
know what
right.
that tells me? That tells me they didn't want to hire actors for the young versions of these characters.
That's right.
That wasn't a stylistic choice. You can argue it all day. They just wanted to fucking save some money on that. That's all it
It
was.
didn't. It did not. It doesn't add much when you add voices to, like, even even in the visual novel. I'm willing to bet that is voiced,
Yeah.
because visual novels tend to be voiced. But the fact that there is no voices there means they were trying to cut corners production wise.
Yeah. Like Kingdom Hearts did that too on occasion with the no dialogue, just text on the screen. But that was out of necessity because they didn't have the capacity for re-recording the lines in English.
Also, that's a video game.
Yeah, but it's a similar problem because that was in cutscenes too.
I mean, yeah. but it's I don't know. It doesn't feel like the same thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
on his way, mysterious plot monkey steals something
Oh,
from
fucking
him.
Christ, this was the stupidest thing. Okay, so before that, they're on, I think it was the train, to
Yeah.
this rural countryside place. They get off the train, and oh, hey, there's a bus right there that can take us where we need to go. Oh, whoops, this bus is going in the exact opposite direction of where we need to go. We're idiots, and so we have to get off and switch to a different bus that's going in the opposite direction, and we have to wait an hour for it. That accomplished nothing but make the protagonist look like a complete fucking moron.
Yeah,
It's
he seems
very
weirdly
contrived.
dedicated to getting that hat back.
That
Like,
that was such an easier way of doing that exact same plot point, which is they needed to transfer buses. That's it. The characters don't look like idiots. It still gets across the point of countryside means buses are rare because they still have to wait an hour, but they don't look like morons.
It's a simple like they arrive. Okay, we gotta wait an hour for our bus.
Yeah,
Cool.
they don't have to get it wrong. They can just do like a layover, the bus version. I mean, is that still called a layover if it's a bus?
I mean, technically, I guess.
Mm.
But
Yeah. But then
But it's
Monkey.
supposedly comedy, so
It's not though because it wasn't funny. But yeah, the monkey shows up and steals the hat.
and he chases the monkey.
Which, me personally, I would be like, I'm not going to be able to chase down that monkey. It's a fucking monkey. It can go literally wherever it wants, and I will not be fast enough to catch it. Sorry, kid, the hat's gone, is what I would say immediately after that. But he chases it down, which makes sense, until he gets to the river. And then when it starts climbing a tree, like, what the fuck do you think you're going to do? You're going to like, agility and climb a fucking
He tried
monkey?
to climb
A
the
literal
tree.
fucking monkey?
Okay, if this is never going to make sense, but if we had some kind of flashback that's like, this is the last gift of their dead mother or something, this
Yeah.
would make sense.
I thought the same thing. Like, this had better be the most special fucking hat in the world. No, it's just a hat. We get no detail on it.
Was this made around the same time the Pokemon anime was? Are hats sacred now?
It was 2010.
It's totally fucking manky, isn't it?
Because Ash Ketchum and that fucking hat were just insane. Like,
It's literally the same thing. Ash Ketchum chasing the monkey because it stole his hat. This is
The anime actually aired in 2011. The visual novel was in 2010.
It's about 13 years after the anime did it. Yep, after the Pokemon anime did it. But okay,
party on that one.
yeah. So chases down the monkey. Monkey drops the hat when it jumps from tree to tree because that's what fucking monkeys do. You moron! What are you doing? But he catches the hat. Still tries to reach for the monkey for some reason. Not entirely sure what that was about, but okay. Vendetta now.
Yes.
Blood feud.
Revenge.
I guess we've turned into anger. Yeah, he's just gonna beat the monkey.
He's gonna beat the monkey, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It had to go somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the only amusement I can get out of this fucking show. Okay. This is literally it.
Yep. So he drops out of the tree into a bush. Probably breaks his spine on the way down. Because, well, not on the way down when he hits the bottom. That's not on the way. That's. But then he's fine because it's an anime. And then a girl walks out of the bushes. And she is there to pick wild vegetables for reasons.
And he looks at her and says, "You're a girl?" And she says, "Yes, I am."
Jesus, I almost forgot about that. I made a specific mental note not to forget that line because it's so fucking stupid.
The most natural dialogue in the world.
Oh my
Fucking-
god, a woman.
I was just like, wait, hold on. Who would say that?
You have a vagina?
What kind of person would say that?
Yeah, but this girl is here now, and she talks kind of like how Americans make fun of how people talk in anime. Like, just constantly talking the exact same tone of voice so they always sound the same and never actually emote anything. Hey? Yeah, it grated on me very quickly.
And she's the main love interest.
Yeah. So, they talk about how he's lost and a moron, and she guides him back to the bus stop by making him cross back over the river, naturally, because, he had to cross one to get there, so it makes sense. But in crossing that river, he has a flashback to playing with that girl from the flashback that didn't have a voice. And body checks her and ends up doing the accidental kiss thing. And she apparently really fucking liked it, because...
Yeah, let's not forget that this is... Before this, I made a note of this when she was first introduced. The camera panned up on her with special zoom-ins and magical effects on the naughty bits.
Well, no, it was still covered, so it's not like it did anything...
Yeah, I know, but like...
At the time,
the
at least.
areas.
Yeah.
And then she jumped across the river first, and we got a panty shot within about 2 minutes of meeting her.
Okay, so one, why is he having PTSD-style flashbacks of his childhood friend? Is she dead? Was she violently murdered in front of him?
Nope.
Two, their teeth would have hit together so hard, one of them would have cracked the tooth.
Yes. You don't fall and hit somebody and kiss. No, you fall, you hit somebody, you hit your head and your teeth.
I don't
and
care.
Probably your nose as well, because you're not expecting it, so
idea.
you don't tilt out of the way for the sake of that. So you probably smash your noses together too.
I don't care what kind of creepy hentai porn body you have. No one's lips are that full that they're going to cushion an entire body weight.
I mean, I've seen some things, but sure.
Well, well, we've all seen.
If you look at how he fell and then he slid into the kiss.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then, naturally, there is another girl out here in the wilderness for no reason, I guess. Like, it only just struck me, why the fuck is this other girl also here? But, yeah, she sees... Well, he body checked her and accidental kissed her, so obviously she thinks, creepy rapist.
Kicks him in the face immediately.
Yep. And then her friend, because they're apparently friends, is like, no, it was totally an accident. And she continues to treat him like shit, because that's the character archetype, basically.
Pervert.
Yeah.
Pervert.
Mm-hmm. Just say that every line, and we have a character. And no one will like this character, but we will have a character.
I can't believe you're kissing, pervert.
And then he gets back to the bus stop, and they take the bus, and they get to the old inn place that they're going to be staying, that has been apparently remodeled since they were there previously, because they spent, or at least the older brother spent some time there when he was younger, which is, probably the flashback scenes. And they go in and are greeted by a woman in, fancy traditional clothing that does fancy traditional greetings and stuff. And she knows their dad, who is apparently a novelist, and they do the skit where he calls her an old lady, and she's like, excuse me, and then insists that they call her One-san. Okay.
So her sister is slightly less creepy? I don't understand the logic here.
One-san is weird in Japanese because it technically means sister, but I guess on some level it also means fuckable. So I don't know.
All right, that tracks.
It's with Nason and everything. It is sibling, but also it's a way to refer to a younger, older person, like a person who is older than you but younger than like an old person or adult.
Okay. So
It's like I'm not Oji-san, I'm Oni-chan, you know, or something like that. I'm not your uncle. I'm like a big brother type.
All right. Well, their attempts at humor are really falling flat. Like that was a stupid bit.
It's a really like that's kind of the problem with this show. Everything they do is just the exact same thing you've seen 1,000 times with no variation whatsoever.
And none of the like entertainment value at all. Like there's some shows that do this well, but no.
So yeah, they get shown to the rooms, and she offers to make them tea, but she wants the dude to take a bath first because he looks like shit because he's been chasing a fucking monkey like a moron. And accidentally molesting a girl, I guess. We never talked about the bit where she apparently really fucking liked that kiss enough to seemingly orgasm, did we?
Yeah, no, her reaction was like odd.
Yeah, they focused on how her legs sort of just, you know, the muscles just sort of contracted like stuff was happening, let's say. That's not how people react to kissing usually. That was a thing that happened. But yeah. So he goes to take a bath, and there's someone cleaning the bath when he goes in there, and he's naked and yada yada. And then the landlady walks in, and he's naked, and she laughs at his penis, and I guess there's no variation again. It's just the same joke. He even says,
I didn't see anything, and it's like of course you wouldn't see it. It was so small.
And then he literally says, "I can't be a groom," which I have literally seen that exact line for the exact same reason. And yeah, then he finds out that girl that he saw actually works at the inn when he saw her working at the inn. Go figure. And she guides them to school, and they talk about how shit the little brother's health is and how pathetic and weak he is again. And
God, I really do feel sad for him now. Jeez, I didn't really notice how bad that was.
It's constant.
Yeah. So they see the little brother off, who takes a really long time to fucking leave. It's like the pacing of this show is already glacial. You don't need to have like a 10-second still shot of him waving. But then they go to the high school, I guess. He's naturally a second year. Transfers in to second year class, and hey, guess who's in the class?
Yeah. I kind of want to see him do this and like have a fake out. It's like, no, this isn't actually your class. You're down the hall.
That would be hilarious.
It's like,
that would never happen.
You thought you were going to be in the class with the main love interest? No, fuck that. You got to earn it.
In fact, your class has no main love interests. It's just a bunch of dudes, and you just join the soccer team and you have some bro time. That's it. That's the show.
Surprise! This was a sports anime.
All along. And occasionally you walk by the other classroom in which there is love interest and romantic comedy stuff happening. You're like, I have no time for this. I have to go to practice.
I mean, that's still just a sports anime, though, because then you just have the girl give longing shots to him while he's playing sport of choice.
No, I'm saying that he's not in the rom-com. Other people are in. He's just walking past the rom-com anime.
He's an extra.
Yes. I want that show.
I mean, having watched this show, I don't really want a show that is more boring. But
Not boring necessarily, but it's just like swerve away from the stuff that is
I mean,
this.
Okay, do you really want to see someone watch this from outside? This show.
That's fair.
I want to see somebody swerve to avoid it as much as possible.
I'm pretty sure that is an anime. That is a thing that exists.
That probably is. And I wish I could go see.
Not sure if it's an anime, but there was a thing where someone made a comic series of someone.
Oh yeah, that about the girl who doesn't want to be the main character of anything.
Yeah, she wanders through every possible hook and just avoids them masterfully.
Man. Anyway, this show is awful.
Actually, I take it back. This show wasn't interesting enough to suck.
Okay, so
depressingly true.
The a reviewer panned this series once for having cliche and terrible characters and a generic plot.
That feels accurate.
That is very accurate.
I'm just gonna have a look and see what the actual plot is for the entire show. Plot. Okay, that's just really short.
I want to briefly talk about the opening. The opening introduced, like, I knew what I was getting into when I saw the opening because there was a shrine maiden girl for obvious reason, because it's a visual novel. And then there was a girl who was in the archery club, and I'm like, yeah, no, that lines up. There's always the archery girl club, or archery club girl. Archery girl
the
club.
Archery Girl Club, the club where they just fantasize about archery girls. It's the only anime club where Ayako Mitsuzuri is the main waifu.
So there are 12 episodes on the for the show. There's apparently an OVA, which is kind of this episode 13. There is no on the episode entry. There is no actual description listed for that OVA, despite it coming out years ago. And I'm guessing because nobody cared.
I don't know why this exists. I can understand why this might have been a visual novel, because the glacial fucking pace of this thing is just bog standard for visual novels. I don't know why anyone cared enough to make it an anime.
Like, there are visual novels that, like, can tell a good story and, you know, can be adapted to anime. This is, however, not one of those types of visual novels. This is a dating sim. That's the plot.
How thrilling. How exciting.
Look at these girls. Aren't they cute? By the way,
not
I,
especially.
Mr. Author Man, have no idea how to write female characters or younger siblings, because I've never had either in my life.
You know what always amuses me? When writers who have never had any siblings try and write sibling relationships and have them constantly refer to each other as bro and sis.
you can tell when somebody has had a sibling, and their interactions are very different as opposed to the ones where they're kind of like all just nice and sweet relationships. It's like no, no, no. You spend your entire life with somebody, you get to a level of being comfortable with them that you're not like, bro, sis. You're just kind of like, dude, did you watch that anime? You know, it's like somebody that you know, and occasionally you'll fight with them, but it's just I feel like the little brother in this is like 6 years old.
I mean, he looks it. He's so pathetic and weak. Remember, he's such a fucking little baby, frail person.
And
Like
sickly.
put him
Don't forget
like
sickly.
like put him back in kindergarten.
No, they'll beat him up because he's so weak and pathetic and sickly and frail. We're being really harsh on this, but no, in fairness, I don't think it deserves it because it's not, again, it's not interesting enough to be shit.
Yeah. Also, we're being less harsh than the show is. I mean, we didn't hammer on about it for half an hour straight.
Oh, yeah. I think we're ready to roll a new one. This was a
Oh, please.
this was a not an experience. So that's a 24 on the roll.
I'm just trying to find the fucking list. There we go. Because, yeah, I need that if we're going to roll. 24, you said?
Yep.
The X. Gonna give it to you.
When I was replaying RE2 and I played that music when Mr. X first appeared.
37.
When he's like, "Why are you doing this?" I was like, "It's the meme." 10.
10. Oh, that's a name. Okay. Well, if the name's anything to go by, it might actually. Wait, no, that's the wrong. Sorry, that's not X, it's Y, but it's still 37, so it's fine. Yeah. Fucking Christ, I'm having trouble finding it. My head is not in this today. Got it.
It's okay.
So, the anime we are doing this time is Yoku Wakaru Gendai Maho, or Modern Magic Made Simple.
Modern Magic Made Simple. The story
revolves around Koyomi Morishita, a clumsy high school freshman girl who is often mistaken for a grade schooler because of her shortness, because she's so pathetic and weak and sickly and frail, presumably. I'm just harping on that now at this point. I should probably stop. Koyomi becomes a disciple of Misa Nehara, a 25-year-old graduate student who happens to be one of the most powerful modern-day magicians. Okay, cool. It's girl learns about magic, becomes magical girl. The comments aren't exactly illuminating. This is good. No guy around? Facebook brought me here. I'm gonna watch this because of Christina, lol. Not too bad. Okay.
I'm going to read just a single line. Modern magic is accomplished with the aid of computers by writing special programs for them. As magic is not as easy as it seems, initially Koyomi's talent seems to consist of making wash basins randomly fall out of the sky.
Oh, I forgot that used to be a trope.
This was a light novel that was written in 2003. and got its anime adaptation 6 years after it initially was released. By the way, the light novel is still ongoing.
Of course it is. Those things never go away.
Or at least, I would say it's still ongoing, but there's been no updates on this page since like 2009. Oh no, hold on. Actually, no. This thing ended in 2009. It just says present on the Wikipedia page because nobody cares enough to edit it.
Oh wow, that's kind of depressing. I mean, except not, because it's an old show, so it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's a little depressing.
From what it looked like, the writer moved on to other projects.
Alright, unless anyone wants to hit that big old red X button.
I mean, it can't be worse.
I think it can, actually. And I think I'm going to veto this in an effort to get something a little more exciting.
Really?
Yeah. I can't have 2 super boring shows in a row.
Didn't sound that boring, but alright. That's what you want to do. Alright, so we're rolling 26 again. I need to find the list again.
18.
18. Okay, so 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Here we go. That's S. So many fucking Christ. 212.
212.
Trading 212.
Wow, we got
fucking ads I keep getting.
71.
71? Scroll all the way back up to 71. Okay. That's gonna be page 2 because there's so many fucking S's. There it is, right at the bottom. Cool. Copy and paste. So the anime we're doing is Senyu. Looks not terrible.
Oh, I remember this. I think these episodes are only about 6 minutes long. If that's okay.
We can do 2 of them, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do like
we've done that kind of short before, so yeah.
I remember that. I actually really liked this.
Satan Archimedes. Oh, that's Rchi.
Yes,
Archimedes, I know. Returns to the Earth after being sealed for 1,000 years by a hero. They really do just sort of kitchen sink the Western tropes, don't they? The king tries to seal Satan once. Okay, sorry. I got this. I can do this. The king tries to seal Satan again by dispatching descendants of the hero. However, it's troublesome to find the genuine descendants. The king chooses 75 hero-like people. This is an adventure of Alba, the hero number 45. Oh, that's depressing. And his monitoring fighter, Ross.
This is a parody. Kind of like just a short gag show. It's really nothing to take seriously. I actually enjoyed this. That being said, this was 7 years ago when I watched this, so we'll see if I still feel the same.
All right, I'm down.
All right.
Satan.
So we're going to be watching Senyu.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. We'll do that.
Yeah. Sounds mildly more interesting, at least in my opinion.
Okay. So that's what we'll be watching next week. I hope it's good. Zero seems to think so.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.